Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. It's Jodi Mervin, also known as the Skills Monetizer. And I am so excited to have you join me today on another episode of Coffee and Entrepreneurship with Jodi. And you know what? Today is going to be very special. And the title of today's episode is Unleashing the Badass Queen, Renee Carbone-Fleming's journey to empowering moms over 40. So this is going to be a very exciting episode. As you're rolling in here, I see a few of you in here. Say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. Of course, you guys probably know this already because I say it every time, but I'm in central New York here in my home office where it's a beautiful sunny day. It is chilly out, but would love to know where you're from, how things are going on your end. So hello, good morning. Alrighty, so let's see here. All right, Instagram, you're giving me a hard time streaming. So let me go over here and you know what? Maybe we're not going live on Instagram today and that's okay. Huh. All righty. So just a quick heads up. So before we jump into today's chat, I am super excited about our guest today. And I think you're really going to love hearing from her too. She's not your average entrepreneur. She is definitely a powerhouse who has faced life head on and come out shining and sparkly. Yes, sparkly. Now we're talking about real challenges like starting fresh in the business world when, many really think that it's too late. All right, let me try this again, you guys. I think I was just on the backstage. So I apologize for that. So listen, all right. So just a quick heads up. I think, Instagram's giving me a hard time, so it threw me backstage. But you know what? We roll with the punches here. So good morning. Hello. Let me check my comments here. How are you? Say hello as you're rolling in, you guys. And, good morning. Good morning. I see all of you. And, StreamYard doesn't let me see who's actually commenting, but I'm so glad that you're here because we have a great episode for you today. And now I'm not talking to myself in the backstage either. So just a quick heads up, you guys. So before we jump into today's chat, I'm just super excited about our guest today. And I think you're going to really love hearing from her too. She is not your average entrepreneur. She's a powerhouse who has faced life head on and come out shining and sparkly. And we're talking about real challenges like starting fresh in the business world when many really think it's too late. And what I admire most about her is her never say die attitude and how she's turned every nope into watch me, right? And she's here to share not just her success story, but really just the nitty gritty of what it takes to make it when the odds are stacked against you. And her journey is all about digging deep, finding that inner sparkle, and I'm wearing my sparkle today just for her, and turning it into something amazing. So let's get ready to soak in some serious wisdom and a whole lot of inspiration. So again, good morning. I see you. Hello. And so before I bring her on, I just want to quickly introduce myself for those of you don't know me or who are new to my page here. My name is Jodi Mervin. I'm also known as the Skills Monetizer, and I'm an operations management consultant. And I also teach naturally organized women to build freelance businesses that they love from home. So if you're here with me live, just give me a hashtag live in the comments. If you happen to catch the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if you are new to my page or, the group here, the community, give me a hashtag new because I would love to reach out, say hello, and get to know you a little bit better. All righty. And good morning, Heidi. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. I'm so glad to see all of you here because this is going to be an awesome episode. All right. Let's do some introductions here, right? Because I don't want to wait any longer. So today, you guys, I am beyond excited to introduce a very special guest, a woman who embodies strength, resilience, and the power of transformation. She's not just a successful entrepreneur. She is a beacon of inspiration of women everywhere, especially those over 40 who dare to dream big. Renee Carbone-Fleming is the Senior Executive Director at Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. She is also truly passionate about inspiring and empowering moms over 40 to build what she calls their fuck it fund and embrace their true potential. So you'll definitely want to stick around to learn more on that, okay? Because you know what, you guys, she has just a wealth of information to share with us today, especially with her journey. And really, her journey is just marked by perseverance, perseverance, from overcoming personal hardships to building a business empire and empowering a community of women along the way. And plus, she's got this really cool thing about being an official sponsor for the Miss America and Miss Volunteer America organization. So how awesome is that? She's a proud mom. She's a mentor. She's a champion for women's empowerment and teaching us that it's never too late to turn life's challenges into triumphs. And her story is really a testament to the fact that with grit, with determination, and a touch of sparkle, anything is possible. So grab your favorite mug of coffee or tea and please join me in welcoming the fabulous Renee Carbone-Fleming. Renee.
Oh my gosh, hello. Thank you. What an introduction. I was like, wow.
Yes. Well, you are the Sparkle Queen, and I cannot wait to talk about all of the things today about being badass queens and, all of that comes with it, Renee. So again, I have my sparkle on just for you.
I love it. Fantastic.
Yes.
Add a little sparkle to your day. It just makes you feel good. That's for sure.
You bet it does. Absolutely. All right. So you know what, Renee, let's go ahead and get started right now. And you know what? Why don't you just start out by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am 54 years preserved. I like saying that because I do love my Cabernet. So I am well preserved. I am a mom of 2 adult daughters. They are 24 and 20. I can't even believe how quickly time flies. I've been in the entrepreneurial space for just over 10 years. Never really expecting to get into direct sales. Like that was the start of my journey. Prior to that, I had a corporate job. I worked for a national distributor. I was the director of purchasing. So I, worked for other people, made them millions of dollars. And then when I had children, I realized I just don't want to work for somebody else and be on their schedule. And so I was a stay-at-home mom. So luckily I was able to stay at home. And then after 17 years of marriage, life happens and I lost 200 pounds and I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I know. His name is Stephen. Sign the dotted line. Woo! 200-pound weight loss. Not that I recommend that kind of weight loss program, but it worked for me. And there I was, stay-at-home mom with 2 daughters, they were 12 and 9 at the time. And I knew, although I may have been able to go back in the corporate world, I don't have a college degree. So I want to start off with that. I was very fortunate through my my determination and the way my work that I was able to move up in the corporate world without the college degree. But being away from corporate for so many years, I didn't know if I could go back into it because they wanted that piece of paper. So I was working while I was helping my daughter's school put together a fair. And at the time I thought I was going to build my empire by reselling, doing a online consignment boutique for dance costumes and prom gowns. Cause I was in that stage. My youngest daughter was a competitive dancer. My oldest played AAU basketball, soccer. And I was in that world of sparkle, Swarovski sparkle on all the costumes and gluing them. And we spent an enormous amount of money on those things. So I thought, okay, let's reconsign them. Anyway, make a long story short, I saw this company and my first thing was, how do I not know that Swarovski had a direct selling company? I was like, oh my God, I need to know more. So fast forward, I was like, you know what, I'm going to dive in, I'm going to sell it. And then anything else I was doing on the side became a nuisance, which was the, knock on the head telling me that this was a business and I needed to pursue. So I pursued it. Here I am 10 years later.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I also love how you mentioned moving up the ladder without a college degree, without a piece of paper. Yeah. Yep. Because, I can relate to that myself, right? Because I did the same thing. I started as a secretary, which is a very, very old school term.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I moved up the ladder that way as well. And again, my story is similar because you know, I loved my job and I loved, you know, I liked the corporate thing and, you know, the
Yeah.
in person and the camaraderie and things like that. But I had little kids and I just wanted to be with them. Right.
Yeah.
So,
That's the thing.
yeah,
When you have little kids, that's a game changer. And, for those that wanted change, like it can happen. It can
yeah,
totally happen.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. For sure. Yeah. How bad do you want it? Right.
It's how bad you want it. Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, Renee. So let's talk about overcoming those early life challenges, right? Because your story is truly inspiring. And can you just share with us the some of the other early challenges that you faced and really how they shaped your I don't know, your resilient spirit and your determination, like your 200-pound weight loss and all of those other challenges that you had
Yeah.
weaved into those early life challenges.
There has been so many. And, you know, we all have life. We all have struggles. We all have those things that go on, right? It's how we overcome that and how um I am very intent on making any of those hardships to look at what lessons I can take from that. Because I do believe in every fiber of my being that God has put me here to learn so that I can help others.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
I have to go through those things. There's a purpose for it. There's a reason why I'm going through it. I'm going to get through it because I know that there's a path for me. So
mhm.
starting out, I mean, I grew up with nothing. We grew up, my family did not come from much. My father had committed suicide when I was a child, when I was 6 years old.
Mm.
Single mom raising two daughters. She met a wonderful guy, my stepdad. I call him my dad because he really did help raise us. But they didn't, he was hardworking. They just didn't have, the financial means. We grew up in a tenement home. They had, my two brothers, the half brothers, but they're my brothers. And with that, we were in a two-bedroom apartment upstairs on the second floor. So my sister and I were sleeping on a pull-out sofa. And through my middle school, high school years, I moved out at 17. And that was the reason why, I didn't go to school. I didn't grow up in that environment that college was the path. My path, the pinnacle was maybe you can go to secretarial school. Like it was this Catherine Gibbs school. Like if you go there, you can do it. Right. So I never had um, that path that I was going to go and have a college education. So I had to figure out what am I going to do to earn a living. And I held lots of different jobs. And then, I was like, oh, I'm making money. And then I lived outside my means because I was like, oh, I'm making money and I'm going to just spend it like crazy because I was young and living on my own. And then bankruptcy happened. And I was like, oh, well, this is something. Um, and then I got a job working as a purchasing assistant, and then like I said, I went up from there because in different companies because of my hard work, and so I was able to climb the corporate ladder without the college degree. But then like I said, um, I had children, and then I worked part-time while they were little. I was very fortunate in the company that I was working for. I kind of went to them and said, hey, look, you know because I always have like that own it. I know what I bring to the table. I know
Mhm.
what I bring to the table. I'm very happy to eat alone. I know what I bring to the table. So I went to the CEO and I said, this is my skill set. This is what I can do for you. And I want to do it on a part-time basis working from home. And we did. So that's kind of how I go through. I don't know. That's kind of how I go through life. But those things like made me who I was. Like I had to do something. So I had to overcome it. I had to figure it out. So I'm passionate about helping other women just figure it out.
I love that so much because what is the alternative, right?
Right.
And we can be stuck in that alternative. And I have been stuck in that alternative before, maybe like feeling sorry for myself or, just in that season of being stuck, or whether it's self-sabotage or whatever you want to, self-limiting beliefs, whatever, that keep you stuck. But oh my gosh, I mean, like even like the part where you went to your employer or your boss and you said, this is what I bring to the table, this is what I can do, and you asked if you could work from home part-time, and you got if you hadn't asked, I mean,
Right.
that takes a lot of, stuff.
Well, it does take chutzpah, but every single thing that we have in life is because we asked for it.
Hmm.
No one's going to come knocking on our door and say, "Hey, can I give you the gift of $1 million?" Or can I do, if you're in an entrepreneurial space, can I do business with you? They're not going to do it.
Right.
You got to
Exactly.
ask for it, right? Worst thing they're going to do is say no. Okay, so you're no better off than you are now.
Absolutely.
But it's that that grit and determination that I had since I was younger, because of the fact I knew I didn't want to stay in that place.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I love my family, but there's a lot of people that stay in that place. Now, we all have those moments in time where we're in that place. I mean, there's no way, I'm not like, oh, so optimistic, that I can always stay here, but I make sure that I align myself and surround myself with people and with energy that I can get through it quicker. And
Yeah.
part of me getting through it quicker is knowing that I have other people that I can help. The
Mm.
best way to get through something is by helping somebody else. So I'm like, I can't stay here. I have to learn from this. And then how do I bring that to the people that I can help? So,
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah. Yeah, and also too, what that brings to mind is that, give yourself grace when you're in that place, because there's no avoiding it your whole life.
yeah,
Just don't let yourself stay there for too long.
yeah.
When you're there, okay, you're in it, right?
Mhm.
Just so be in it.
Be in it. That's fine. Cry, stay in bed, eat a
Drink Cabernet.
and Jerry's like, do what you got to do. But then
Yeah,
it's pull up your big girl pants and go like, watch me.
move on. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Mhm.
For sure. Oh my gosh, I love this. So you really have like a roller coaster of a ride that you have been on, and
Yeah.
so it's very fitting that you call yourself the badass sparkle queen, because to get through all of that and to be where you are now, I just it's so inspiring.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
that's the thing is
absolutely.
like I take all of this and I just never want any other woman to feel stuck. Now, when I started with my direct selling business, I wasn't where I am today as far as my passion. I always had the passion for helping others, but I had to go through, lots of ebbs and flows and ups and downs
Sure.
in order to get to where I am. And I feel like at 54, I just feel like, hell, I'm just getting started. But, I love to say that I unapologetically inspire moms over 40 to build their fuck it fund and unleash the inner badass queen. And I say that with passion and love because I just never want anyone to ever feel like they're stuck, whether
Mhm.
it's stuck in a job
Mm.
that they don't like or a relationship they're not happy with. I just want women to know that there are opportunities out there and they can freaking do anything.
My
Like,
gosh, yeah.
mhm,
That's so inspiring. So that's what the fuck it fund is all about.
yep,
Not being stuck.
not being stuck.
Being stuck.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. I love that. Wow. So we pretty much already covered. So I was going to talk about your journey into the entrepreneurship. We kind of talked about what inspired you to embark on your entrepreneur journey, and particularly after facing your personal and financial hurdles. So that's kind of really what made you decide to, you know what, I have to do something different, right?
Yeah, I was like, I
What's
have
what
to
I'm
do
doing
something.
isn't working.
Right, and I knew, going through the divorce and having 2 young daughters that were very, active, and I wanted to be that active, present mother. I never thought my life goal was never to schlep jewelry to women's houses. That was not the life plan.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
fell in love with the company. I fell in love with the product. I fell in love with the opportunity. And I thought, okay, let me see if I can weave this into my life
Mm-hmm.
so that I can be a present mom and still earn an income.
Mm-hmm.
Then ended up growing, and my organization has surpassed $12 million in sales in just over 10 years. That's total. That's since I started. And I share that only because oftentimes, women start these businesses and we don't know if we can sell something. I didn't know if I could sell a bracelet, let alone build a business. So, I share that because I want people to know that there's opportunity everywhere. We sell
Mm-hmm.
every day, whether we sell our husband or significant other, like the fact that we want to go to XYZ restaurant or go XYZ vacation, or we sell our kids, we sell our parents, we sell our friends. I just found this sweater on whatever website and it was on sale, and like we sell no matter what. So it's just a matter of, let's make money out of selling.
I love that. And you know who else we sell to? How about our damn selves?
A-
I
Absolutely.
want that sweater. Wait a
Absolutely.
minute. I earned this. No. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that. And um, um, especially the fact that, okay, yes, you started out with selling jewelry, right?
Mhm.
And that may seem like a surface thing, but
Yeah.
it definitely goes much more, much deeper, right? So as you went along with, you started selling jewelry, but you found out about the company, how wonderful they are, the deep relationships that you have, and the meaning behind it. And as you grew your business, how much more meaning that it has to you, and the potential. Because when you really love what you do, like even in the beginning, if you don't know what you're doing, right, and you started something because you wanted to do something, and now, I mean, I just love how it has unfolded for you, and where it's taken you.
Thank you. And that's a thing. It started, what I love about, our journey, our life. Like I said, I'm 54. There are so many women over the age of 40 that may feel like, all right, this is what they're doing. They work a full-time job. This is what they do. This is their path. But it's so great to really and truly know that you can go from here and you go here and you go here. The path is going to take you where you're meant to be if you're willing to listen to opportunities
Hmm.
and then actually work towards it. Like I started out with my Touchstone Crystal journey. Absolutely, absolutely freaking love it. Still do to this day. That led into me meeting so many people in so many different businesses in direct sales and network marketing. And because of the business that I built, I've been very fortunate. Like I said, I have hundreds of women and men in my organization that I help train, coach, inspire for them to build their bucket fund with this business. But that led to me starting my Badass Queens Unleashed coaching and training programs for network marketers and direct sales, because I wanted, people would say, how do I do this? How do I do this? So then it's like, okay, well, maybe I could help somebody else regardless of what they sell. It's, we're all part of the same industry. I love on everyone, and I think there's room for everyone at the top. So I started, the coaching and the training programs for that. And then with all of this, like badass, like unleashing your badass queen and over a certain age, that led me into my own personal, like, wellness beauty journey. I've always been into, fashion and spackle and sparkle. But that led me into like finding out more about a company that I fell in love with because I fell in love with the products. It's Bella Grace, that's collagen elixir. And I'm like, oh my God, I have a chin again. I'm like, this is fantastic. I need to share this. I wasn't planning on starting another business, but I just started using products. And it was like, oh my God, this stuff really works. Like, I need to tell people about it. So then I started that. And I love showing women that you can have multiple streams of income. You got to work
Mhm.
smarter and not harder. So I've learned lots of tips and tools, and I love sharing those things because I want women to know that they can fit anything in. We all have 168 hours a week. anyone can fit, a couple of hours a week to build
Hmm.
an extra stream of income.
Hmm. So inspiring. I love that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, we know that you're empowering moms over 40, right?
Yep.
And you're just super passionate about that.
Can you tell?
Just a little, Renee, just a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, can you just share a little bit more about this mission and how you just continue to empower these ladies over 40, with your work?
Yeah. I mean, I work with women. There's a couple of different ways. Like I help coach and train women if they want to build a business with either of the network marketing companies that I've aligned myself with.
Hmm.
And I offer free training and coaching to help them build that. If they want to build something outside of that, I have training and coaching programs to help them with that. I also have been part of the pageant world for many years now. You mentioned that, official sponsor, and that has been an absolute hoot. Like, oh my gosh. Do you mind if I share that?
Please
Um,
do.
okay, so we look at network marketing, direct sales, and oftentimes it's got this like ick connotation, right? A lot of people feel ick about the industry. And I love proving it wrong. There are ick companies, there are ick people, just like in every industry in the world. But if you find the right ones, it's all going to be good. Well, anyway, years ago when I was, kind of starting off, maybe I was only about, a year or two in on Touchstone Crystal. Um, I have always loved the pageant world. I had competed when I was a younger adult, and although I have crowns, it's really funny. But I quickly realized I'm not meant to be a pageant contestant. It's just I am not that, as you could, I'm not that coiffed and like, I don't know. It's not me. I love the industry, but it's not for me as a contestant. So I am actually a Real Housewives fan. It's my guilty pleasure. I don't know if anyone can relate. Love my Real Housewives, certain ones. But anyway, when I was married, my ex would kind of tease me, make fun of me for loving Real Housewives. And, I was like, what? It's a guilty pleasure. So post divorce, I'm watching Real Housewives and I see a commercial for a show called Game of Crowns on Bravo. And it was adult women competing in a Mrs. America pageant organization at the state level. So I saw it and I'm like, this is going to be a you know what show. I need to watch this. And then I recognized somebody on there who I had competed with went back when I was a teenager. I'm like, I definitely need to watch this. So anyway, started watching it. And now, mind you, I when I was building this, there are people, ex included, that didn't think that I could tie my shoe without them, and I could never succeed in
Hmm.
this industry. So I had two words on a post-it note all over my office saying, watch me. I would go into that office and just watch me. Like I'm determined, watch me. So I started watching the show. Anyway, I saw I was like, okay, these women would love what I have. They would love my jewelry. They were all glammed up and sparkle. Like these people they're my people. So I was like, okay, who's the director? So I Googled again, everything is figure outable, and I contacted the director. Now, at the time, I was single mom living in Douglas, Mass. I'm a mom. I'm a dance mom. I'm in sweatpants and like yoga pants, right? So I could approach it like that, going like, "Hi, I'm an independent consultant." No, I picked up the phone and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Renee Fleming. I am the entrepreneurial division of Swarovski, and I would love to speak to you about supporting you and your pageant." Oh my God, I love Swarovski. Like, then the conversation just went. So that led me into sponsoring and fundraising with pageants. And then that led me, like, one day I was just like, I'm contacting Mrs. America. Miss America, not Miss America. Like, why not? So I did, and I didn't hear anything. And then I did. And the like we hear it all the time, right? But follow up is key. And that's what I did. I followed up until they said yes. And I have been on the stage of Miss America Outstanding Teen. I have judged pageants across the United States. I have like sponsored them. Of course, I've done fundraising at the national level, state, local. That led into so many other pageants because that to me was the validity. It was, a company actually going like, yes, this is a legitimate, wonderful company person. It wasn't Touchstone Crystal that sponsored them. It was me. So I was like, it's me. Make sure it's Renee Carbone-Fleming is the sponsor, right?
Yes.
I was selling Touchstone Crystal. So that's why I love helping other women brand themselves, because people do business with people, not the company you represent. So by branding myself as the jewelry lady, the expert in that space, they did business with me. And then that led to, we mentioned the Miss Volunteer America. If anybody knows Rascal Flatts, anybody country music fan, Jay DeMarcus, Jay DeMarcus, right? His wife, Allison DeMarcus, beautiful, sweet, sweet woman. She has been in the pageant industry, gorgeous, of crown winning. She started the Miss Volunteer America pageant.
Oh.
So I worked with her, and I went down to Tennessee, and I worked with the state directors and talked to them about fundraising. Like, it's just, I'm a mom. And all I want to do is help other people build businesses, or not even build business, but just earn some extra money, have fun. Like, you have one freaking life. You've got So I love the whole thing. I still go like, holy moly, this is crazy, but it's fun.
That is freaking amazing. And so because you stepped out,
yeah,
right, and you asked, and you didn't hear back, okay?
Yep.
You didn't hear back, so you kept following up. And what do we always hear? The fortune is in the follow-up, right? You didn't give up. You're a mom that didn't give up. And I'm sure that you had some maybe some hesitations, like you said, is well, maybe I don't know. Should I call them? Should I not? Who am I? I'm just a mom, right? But you asked.
Yeah.
You said that you didn't hear back at first, so that probably adds a little bit to your like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not going to hear back, but no. Yep. So then, to work with the wife of the guy in Rascal Flatts, because you actually made a phone call way back when, and followed up.
That's it.
That is just, who does that?
And that's the thing. Anybody can be successful if you just do it.
Just do it.
Do it. Like Nike says, right? But it's figure outable. And it's
so figure outable.
I love doing things like my own freaking way, right? I do. And and I failed a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like, through this journey, I have made lots of mistakes. Tons. More mistakes than wins. But I didn't let that stop me, because, again, I know what I bring to the table. I know that there is a purpose for me. I know that I can fail forward, and I am just looking for the women that want more in their lives, and I can help them do it.
I love it so much. This is such a great story. And Rihanna is here, and Denise is here. And Rihanna said, amazing, Renee. Yes, it is amazing. What a fantastic story. I love it. I'm so glad that you're talking about the Miss America pageant and how that all came to be. And, and I know these ladies here in the community have to be inspired by this, because you know what? If you want something, all you have to do is pick up the phone and ask, even if you're shaking.
Right. They always say, get your ask in gear.
That's right. Even if you're shaking and your voice is shaking and you don't know what to say.
Yeah, just sure.
Do it.
Do it by email first.
That's right. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I love that.
Yeah.
And knowing your purpose, because, all of these you said that you made mistakes, and we all do, but and we talked about this a little bit earlier, is that these mistakes you use those as learning lessons, right?
Yeah.
They're lessons learned. So they haven't gone to waste or anything, because you have to try things out, right? Like picking up the phone and being afraid to call the Miss America organization and saying, "Hi, this is who I am.
Yep.
I'm branding myself. This is Renee. This
Mm-hmm.
is Touchstone Crystals. It's me, Renee, and
Yep.
I want to sponsor and I want to do this." And I also love too, Renee, is that you started out as a contestant, and what an experience that must have been. Holy moly.
Yeah.
And knowing that, okay, that wasn't for me. I'm not feeling it, but you knew that you wanted to be a part of that, and you found a way to do just that, because you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way, right? You knew that you wanted to be a part of that industry in some way, shape, or form, right? And you made it happen. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, again, it's listening to the opportunities that present itself, right? I competed, but that wasn't the right thing for me. But years later, I'm spiritual. I do believe that God has created this path. So for me, however anyone manifests, whatever it is, but for me, I feel that God then presented this opportunity and was like, the reason why you did that is so you can do this. So I just try to listen and try it.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we have to uh, kind of step back and take a pause and really do listen to those opportunities, because we get so busy, that
Yeah.
maybe we're missing
Yes.
wherever it is that they're coming from,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, knowing, like you mentioned, knowing your purpose, we don't always know our purpose,
Right. Right.
right?
Yeah.
So if we think we know our purpose, like I think I know my purpose because I feel it, but at any point in time, that could like go into another direction. Then it's like, oh, this was my purpose. So, to everyone listening, it's like, it's okay. If you don't know, if you're like, I have no freaking idea what I'm doing here or where I need to go, like, it's okay. You're going to find it, right? It's a matter of figuring out your niche, your passion, and then exploring those. Fail forward.
Yeah, for sure. And even knowing that, maybe we have different purposes in different seasons, right?
Yeah.
And one season's over with, and then our purpose can change, and it's okay. It's okay for that to change. Life, change is good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
yeah, for sure. All right, so let's just talk a little bit about how you handled your personal and professional setbacks. So, how did you manage the challenges of your personal life, while maintaining your professional growth, especially during difficult times, and we all faced these back in 2020, right? With a pandemic.
Yeah. Um, it- if I said it was easy, I would be lying, right? There's ebbs and flows in business. You can't always be here, right? If somebody starts off and go like, oh, I'm going to be here and I'm going to maintain. No, you're not. You're going to go through these seasons, whether it's, a month, it's 6 months, it's 2 years. But when you look at your long-term plan, right, then it's like, okay, like I said, I've been really good at aligning myself with the right people. I didn't always have like that huge support system, especially when I started. There was a lot of, negativity about, the business or the industry that I was starting to pursue. So I had to find people, not that I put those other people away, but I had to spend more time with the people who had the similar goals and mindset, um, or people that I admired because I didn't necessarily have the belief in myself. In fact, I know I didn't have the belief in myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it took some time to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, but I've been really good at going, okay, like there's a setback. What else can I do to overcome this? And I've been good at recognizing what the setbacks are
Mm-hmm.
and quickly pivoting, changing, trying something new. I'm not afraid of trying something new because again, I failed so many times. I
Right.
don't like it's gonna okay, I'm gonna fail some more, but something's gonna click. So I have to do it. I can't just wish it. I can't just like think about it and then assume it's gonna fail. I'm gonna
Right.
try it. And if it doesn't work, okay. So it doesn't
Exactly.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It would be nice to be able to just wish it and have it happen, right? But
Yeah. Like I wish I won the Powerball. It still hasn't happened, but you know.
right. Same here. Yeah, exactly. And oh, so that my little grandpup in the background here because such is life, right?
Yeah.
Um, and talking about knowing that we're going to fail again, but even
Yeah.
thinking of it like I'm testing these things out, and it maybe it's not a failure. It's just that this test didn't work, so
Yeah.
I'm going to test out this way too, right? So it's just about testing and the ebbs and flows and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, so let's talk about the vision for the future, Renee. And this is so exciting. So, what are your future plans for your business, and how do you see your role evolving in empowering women even more than you are now?
You know, it's such an evolution and like my mind doesn't stop. I'm so excited. Like again, I just go, "Oh my god, I'm 54. I wish I knew all of this or I did these other things, 10, 20 years ago." But I'm here to say it's never too late. So I'm super excited because I'm in the process of trademarking my brands. So that's a cool thing. And with that, there's other things that I'm going to be doing with those trademarks, and so stay tuned. I'm like, I'm building my business, and the coolest thing about it is showing, my daughters. That's a really it's like such validation when, they'll share my stuff or they'll like my posts or they're like, good job. And I can share like my website. I'm like, your mom did this. They're like, holy moly, like, those cool things. But I am excited to build this coaching and helping other women build their side hustle, build their pocket fund, feel good in the skin that they're in, owning it, embracing it. Like, just there's so much. There's going to be like retreats. There's something brewing. Just gonna say, everyone mark their calendar. 22424. So I love the 22424 and the meaning of transformation and the boldness. There is something awesome happening, and you all may see Jodi, myself, and a few others. So save the date, stay tuned because we've only just freaking begun.
That's right. So exciting, Renee.
I know. I know. I have chills. Like I get up every morning excited. Like the days of working for somebody and going like, ugh, I gotta get out of bed. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh my gosh, I get to get out of bed and I get to go to work. And like, what am I gonna do for myself? And okay, I got this I want to get done. I got this I want to get done. And like it's
Yeah.
it's invigorating.
It is invigorating. And you wake up and you think to yourself, I get to do this today.
I get to do this. And that's why I want other women to feel that. I want them to feel like I get to do this. Even
Yeah,
a couple of hours a week, I get to do this. It's such a blessing.
it is. And I love your passion.
Thank you.
All right. So let's talk about some advice for all of these lovely ladies here in this community who are aspiring entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So what essential advice would you give, Renee, to women who are just starting out on their entrepreneurial journey?
Know that everything is figure outable. That's number one.
Yeah.
Also, expect to fail. Expect to get lots of rejection. Expect to get people to not believe in you. That's okay. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But find those like your community that will help support each other and lift each other up. Don't be afraid. Whoever you follow on social media, if you admire their business or their way that they do business, don't be afraid of reaching out to them. Because that's the one thing that I was shocked about the amount of people that are willing to truly help others. So I love that. And one thing that I know for sure, especially for me, when I started out with this business, I thought I had to be like that person that I admired. And, because they were here, the other senior executive directors that came before me, you know, those that speak so eloquently and they're on stage and they're doing this, or those the people that are just put together. I don't know, the people that you follow that are like their reels are perfect, they look perfect, like whatever. Then you go, I need to do that. No, 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 no. You need to be so imperfectly you, right? Be you, because people will do business. They like, know, and trust you. It's okay to not be everything to everyone, but because you can't, it's impossible, because then you're not being authentically you. So
Mhm.
when you just embrace, like I embrace my flaws, I'm not perfect, right? I clearly we can all tell that, right? I am kind of like, wow! I call myself sometimes a circus monkey. I'm all over the board. Like I know that. I know that about me. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. That's okay. I drink coffee. So, you know,
Right.
just owning that and embracing the fact that we can all be different. It's good, but
Yeah.
it's good. Just
Yeah.
align yourself with the people that will love on you and support you.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to add that when you're looking at the people that you want to follow on social or whatever, it's great for inspiration. But just remember their journey. They may be in a different chapter, right?
Yes.
They're in chapter 10, maybe we're in chapter 2, 1, 3, whatever. And it's okay to aspire to, you know, get to a certain level, but you are uniquely you, and you're in your journey and you're in your chapter, right? And we all have to go through our chapters before we can get to
Yeah.
whatever chapter they're in as well. So
Absolutely. I tell my team, put your blinders on. Don't look left and right. Put your blinders on. This is your road. It's your marathon. Don't compare. Get
yeah,
some inspiration.
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that comparison thing for sure. And Denise says, if you're not failing, you're not pushing hard enough. Yeah,
That's
that's right. That's right, Denise.
for sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And we had a couple more people that just joined. I'm glad that you guys hopped on. I can't see who you are through StreamYard, but thank you for joining us. Yeah, this has been an awesome talk here. And Renee, do you have a couple more minutes? I kind of threw one extra question on here just because I have a lot of ladies that are in our community here, and maybe they don't know what it is that they want to do. Maybe they don't know what their unique skills are. Maybe they want to do something. Maybe they want to break free from the 9 to 5 grind, or or maybe they're creatives and they just they're looking for something more. So in regards to a network marketing business, what would you say to someone like the ladies here who they want to start a side hustle or a business, but they're just not sure what to start? Is network marketing the way to go?
You know what? I absolutely love that. And yes, that's why I started, because I didn't know what talents or passion that I had. But there's products out there that we all love. You could be like the most amazing chef and you love to cook, right? There's products that you can share. And again, I say share, it's not selling. That's products that you can share, that you can create an extra stream of income while you're videoing your cooking. There's so many, and that's what I love about network marketing and direct sales, is that the products are there for you. There's training, there's support. It's usually very little investment. So that's the other thing with starting a business. Sometimes there's a large capital investment that somebody would need to make in
Mhm.
order to start. But with direct sales and network marketing, it's a very small, entry level way to start a side hustle, but it is your business. You work it the way you want. Again, it's doing the research, right? Not all businesses are created equal. Not all products are created equal. And I'm not saying like, join me. I'm saying do your research and
Mhm.
find something that aligns with, who you are, what you want to be, um, and just research it. Ask
Mhm.
questions. If I could be of resource, I've been in this space and I'm not come join me. I'm happy to be a resource to talk to people about other businesses as well. I have friends that are in other network marketing and direct selling businesses. So I'm happy to, share them with whoever's interested. But there's something for everyone. And
Mhm.
it really and truly is a great opportunity, especially for those that want, whether you want to do something in person or if you want to just build an online business, um, great ways of doing that.
Mhm. Yeah, I love that. There really are so many options out there, and that's why I bring all of our lovely guests on who are experts, because I can't be an expert in everything, right? And that's why I bring you on here because, I just want to share with our group that there is something out there for you. And again, like you said, you have to do the research, do what aligns with you. There's so much potential. And, network marketing and direct sales can be that additional stream of revenue for these ladies,
Yeah,
right?
without a doubt. I
And
mean, what I love is that people can make an extra $500 a month, cover your additional grocery bills, right? We're all feeling a pinch of inflation. So to start off and just have a little extra side hustle for a little extra money, or you want, to earn six figures. I mean, it's whatever they
right.
want. But that's what I love about it is you don't have to make a huge investment and just make a few $100.
Right, exactly, and it's not like an end all be all either, like, you can
No.
still do other things
Yeah.
just like you are because you're going into your coaching and,
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes it's for a season, sometimes it's for life, but there
Sure.
is no life sentence. You can do
Right.
whatever you want when you want to do it and, try it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, alright, awesome, yeah. So, speaking of that, Renee, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It has been an amazing talk, and your story is just so inspiring, and I just thank you so much for just sharing everything with you and just, just being vulnerable and just, talking about all of your personal stuff that really, it's just you just shared your journey of how you got to where you are and, how we can all push through too and just, make things happen, right? And so let's talk about your Facebook group. I know that that's where you have your coaching stuff that happens inside of there. So just fill us in on how that works.
If anyone's interested, they can come and join us there. It's Badass Queens Unleashed. And I post tips and tools, and I do weekly trainings that's completely free. And it's a community to unleash our inner badass queen. So there's I'll have speakers in there. It's about feeling good, looking good, and just embracing who we are in the skin that we are, and helping women build their fuck it fund. And I do have, what I love is, learning and teaching, the old dog new tricks. And I have, trainings that are downloadable now, which is so exciting because, not everybody wants to get on calls, so they can just like buy the training, do a little research, right? So I have, I love giving away a free gift in my Stan store. I have, which is stan.store/badassqueen. If somebody wants to learn how to slay your side hustle in a 5-hour work week formula, then you can grab that for free. It's my gift because I want women to know that anyone can fit in a side hustle. Again, we have 168 hours a week. Got 5, you can build a business.
Who wouldn't want a 5-week formula, work week formula?
Right? It
Oh my
works.
God, I love that. And listen, so we just posted both of those links in the comments. So ladies,
Hey.
please go check those out. And show Renee some love. Thank you, Renee, so much for coming on here and just giving all of your knowledge and all these golden nuggets today to our community. We appreciate it so much.
Oh my God, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you to everyone. If anyone has any questions, please, I'm an open book. Just message me on Facebook. You see my name, just contact me, and I'm happy to be a resource.
Awesome. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
All right,
Have a good one.
right. Okay. Bye, Renee.
Bye, everyone.
Oh my goodness. All right, ladies. How awesome was that? Oh my gosh. Renee is amazing. That story is amazing. And I am so inspired by her story and how she has just really pushed through so many hurdles and we can too, right? You can too. And so please do show her some love. Maybe go connect with her on Facebook. Go check out her Facebook group and her stand store. And I'm so glad that you joined me today, and just took the time out of your morning to come have coffee and talk about entrepreneurship and all of those great things. And so I just want to remind everyone that I still have my boot camp going on. And actually, we're going into module 6 out of 8 tomorrow. We only have 3 modules left in the boot camp. It's all about, starting, getting your business idea off the ground in 8 weeks. And so there's still time to join that. I will have another live round coming up very, very soon. I do have also a masterclass coming up, which is going to be all about learning how to run a service-based business, and in particular, how to start a VA business, a virtual assistant business, because VAs are in such high demand. When we become entrepreneurs, what happens is we try to wear all the hats, right? And you know what? It only works for for a certain amount of time, because as we grow, right? And that's our goal, is to grow our businesses. Then we need help, right? So I'm very, very excited to be able to offer that training. That'll be coming up at the end of February or the beginning of March. I haven't really decided yet. So that'll be in your feed. I also have some other great guests coming up in the next few weeks. So I hope that you can just mark your calendar and come on back for another episode. And Rihanna said, wonderful job from you both. Highly enjoyed. Thank you, Rihanna, so much. And Denise, great to see you. Thank you. Great to see you too. I'm so glad that you showed your support and just hopped on here. We just so appreciate that. So that is it for today, you guys. All right. So have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you soon. Bye.